Please forgive my voice. I do have a little bit of a cold. I am slightly under the weather, but I did want to get this video filmed today so I could get it up as quick as possible. Today is Friday. I want to get the video up tomorrow, which is Saturday, so hopefully that is when you are seeing it. And today we're going to be doing my VIB sale haul from Sephora. I think this is the first time that I have ever actually participated in the VIB sale itself. I have done a few Sephora hauls throughout the year, but I think this is the first time that I've actually done the actual sale itself. I don't think that I have before. When I made this order, I was insider, which is 10%. Kind of sucks though if you're wanting to actually use your discount because Rouge goes first. That's the highest level, then VIB, which I am now. This order put me at VIB, and then Insider. So Insider has to wait last, and that percentage is 10%. But when I was making my order, I got an offer for a Sephora Beauty Visa card, and with that offer, you got 25% off your first order. So I did apply for that card and I got approved, so I got 25% off for my order instead of just the 10%. I think I am like $400 away from being Rouge, so I'm definitely not going to hit Rouge this year. I will not be spending $400 more at Sephora before the year is over. But yeah, I did get some pretty decent products in here. I got a nice variety of things that I have been wanting to try out, so I'm going to show you what I got today. What I'm going to do is start off to show you the things that I got that are not makeup related, and then I'm going to do a little try on portion of the products that I got that were makeup related. There were some products that I had been wanting to try for a while, but they sold out by the time I actually went to make my order. One was the One Size Beauty by Patrick Starr. They had a little mini eyeliner and mascara duo that had sold out. There's also from LYS, they had 3 mini cream blushes and a little set that was only $20. That had sold out as well. And there were also some blushes from Rare Beauty that I had wanted to try, and all the shades I was interested in, they had sold out as well. Rare Beauty did have a little holiday set that had like 1 full size and then 2 mini sizes of their liquid blush, but they were all pink and like very cool toned. I wish that they had done like 1 pink and then like there's just basically 3 completely different shades instead of all being pink and basically within the same. I would have definitely picked it up if they were a mixture of shades. First of all, I needed some new facial cleansers, facial washes. I hadn't needed to pick any up for a while because I had a bunch in backup between BoxyCharm and my Korean beauty subscription that I get. So I had a lot of cleansers in backup, but I have recently used them all up and I needed to restock. So I grabbed a couple of cleansers that I had been wanting to try out and had really good reviews on Sephora. The first one is this one. This is from Youth for the People. It's the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. This is the face wash. There are 8 fluid ounces in here. This one was a little more pricey. I think this was like $35, $38. So this really nice bottle, and then the little pump that goes separate. Ooh, smells very, very nice. And I like the cardboard recyclable packaging. It's really, really nice. And then I also picked this one up from the Inkey List, the Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser. Inkey List is one of the more affordable brands on Sephora. This was only $10, and there's 5 fluid ounces in this. And this had really good reviews, so I definitely wanted to give it a try. All their packaging is like very simple black and white packaging. This is what the cleanser is looking like in this nice little squeezy tube. It says it's recommended to follow with the 15% vitamin C and BGF serum for a brightening boost. I do not have that, but I'm excited to try this cleanser. And both of these are pretty decent sized bottles, so these should last me for a little while at least. I needed a new hair serum as well. I had ran out of all of my hair serum, so I picked this one up. This is from JVN. It is the Complete Nourishing Shine Drops. It's made with clean hemisqualane, silicone-free, sulfate-free, color-safe, and vegan. I do color my hair. I get a little bit of gray in the top, so I thought this would be good for that. Maybe safe for my hair coloring as well as, soften up my hair texture. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a try. This one was not cheap. This one was a little bit pricey as well, but the reviews are really good. So I thought, you know what? We'll see. We'll see how it works for me. The last thing I picked up that is not makeup related is from Paula's Choice. This is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. It has salicylic acid in it. I have seen so many amazing reviews. The full size was really pricey, and so I didn't want to invest in the full size until I had a chance to actually try it out. So they had this little one fluid ounce of like a deluxe trial size. This by itself was $13. So yeah. But if I really, really like this, then I will go back and I will try out the full size. I'm hoping that I really like it because I have just heard nothing but amazing things about this product. Now let's put on some makeup, and I am really excited about the products that I picked up in this sale. The first thing we're going to try out today is from Tower 28. I have been wanting to try their blushes, their cream blushes, for so long. This is the Beach Please Luminous Tinted Balm. The shade is in Golden Hour. They had so many pretty shades on there to choose from, but one can never go wrong with a really pretty kind of a burnt orange. I'm going to apply this using this brush. This is from Perfusion. It's an angled blush brush, but I have found this to be really good for applying cream blushes, so hopefully it'll work with this one. Ooh, the texture is very nice. It's definitely balmy, positively for sure. Take the brush, just kind of dab it in there, and then we're going to start patting the product onto our cheeks. Oh, that is heavily pigmented. I may have put a little bit too much on my brush. Oh, yeah. I think I went in a little heavy, but we're just going to take the brush and then just softly blend it out. That's one of the things I like about this brush. It does a really good job of blending out cream blushes. That is so pretty. Definitely luminous, definitely has a little bit of a glow. It is blending really well over powder. I have oily skin, so when it comes to cream and liquid blushes, I need it to blend over powder because I do set everything down. And this is actually blending really, really well. Since it's so glowy, I'm not going to worry about putting a highlighter. I don't have a new highlighter anyway, so I'm just going to leave this as is. I'm going to set everything down using the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This is another product that I have heard amazing things about. From what I've heard, this sets your makeup down and it locks it in all day. Like, it just does not move. The full size for this was a little bit pricey, so I wanted to get a little sample size just to kind of try. This is 46 milliliters. And this is a pretty decent size, you know, for me to try it out and decide if it's something that I want to invest in a full size. So it's an aerosol can, so let's go ahead and give this a quick little spritz. Definitely very misty. Whew. Definitely feels like you're spraying your face with hairspray. I'm going to give this a second to dry down, and then we will move on. That definitely set down like really, really quickly. Like, there was like no dry time to that whatsoever. All right, I'm going to prime my eyelids using my Milani eyeshadow primer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a pinned comment down below letting you guys know how well everything held up. Like I said, according to the reviews, it's supposed to lock everything down. So the makeup should look the same at the end of the day as it did when I first applied it. So I have oily skin. We're going to put this to the test. Melt Cosmetics is one of those brands that I have been wanting to try for a while, but I didn't invest in one of their full palettes because they are a little bit pricey, and I've seen so many mixed reviews. So I decided to grab one of their Bad Side Zodiac palettes. These are smaller and they're priced a little more reasonably compared to their bigger palettes. This one is the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces palette. I'm a Pisces, so I decided to go ahead and get this one. They have one based on the different, water signs. There was a green one for, I think that was the earth signs, if I'm correct. So freaking pretty, but I have a lot of green color story palettes, so I decided to go with this one. So we're going to see how this one works out. This is what our color story is looking like. A mixture of blues. There's some teal greens in here. I'm going to start off with this shade right here, which is called Trust Issues. And I think I'm just going to go right into Emo and just kind of put that on the outer corners, deepening it, and then we're just going to kind of stick with those shades, I think, and then go in with the shimmers. As I said, I have seen so many mixed reviews about Melt Cosmetics palettes. Some people say that the formulas are just fantastic and blend like butter. Other people say that they have a harder time working with them. They have launch palettes that I've just really, really wanted to try, but those mixed reviews, they always leave me a little hesitant. So far, this shade seems to be blending pretty easily. Not having any issues just yet. Ironically, the shade is called Trust Issues, but it is blending decently. I'm not really having an issue where that is concerned. Feels pretty smooth as far as the texture, the way that it's blending on the eyelid. So let's dip into Emo and lay that on the outer corner just to kind of deepen it a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with this look. I just mainly want to test out the formula. Oh, that is pretty. Yep, so far I'm not having an issue as far as this palette is concerned now. They're bigger palettes. The formula, may be slightly different, and maybe that's the reason why so many have had issues with them. But I can say that with this palette, the little mini one, I'm not having any issues at all. So far it's blending beautifully. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Trust Issues and just blend it along the top, just very softly. Real quick, did any of you guys see Manny MUA's Q&A that he did last week? He was putting on makeup, and then in the middle of the Q&A, he mentioned that he had seen some reviews of people unboxing his advent calendar, and that they were saying that they were confused because the color story didn't match the outer packaging. They're surprised by how neutral the color story was. If you watched my advent calendar unboxing, I said the same thing. Those are my thoughts exactly. Rather than saying, I understand why people were confused, he decided to get a little snarky and got a little bit of an attitude, and he's sitting there putting on his makeup, and he's like, I said in my launch video that it was a neutral color story. I even said it's even in the description box that it's a neutral color story. I mean, I would not do blues and purples. I don't know why any, it just did not make any sense to me. I wanted to grab the palette so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the outer color story, right? Purples, blues, very icy, very holiday, very exciting, and then you open it and this is the color story, right? Does not match the outer packaging, very neutral. Couple of pops here. That's what he mentioned in the video. He's like, oh, we have a couple of pops, with purple and the green, but neutral just made more sense to me. It's more user friendly. I would do blues or purples. And I'm sitting here watching this, and my first thought is, come on, Manny. First of all, why are you getting snarky? What is with the rude attitude? It's basically like he's saying those of us that spent our $50, because it was $50 for that calendar, like we're stupid, like we're idiots or something, because we would expect the inner to match the outer. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't really read description boxes. The only time I read a description box is if I feel like there's something in particular that I just want to know. Otherwise, I don't bother. I just skip the description boxes. In the video, he did mention the first 3 shades that were in the palette, but then he left the rest of it to be surprised. Well, if he said outright that the rest of the palette was a born neutral palette, there would have been no reason to get the calendar. You might as well have just shown us all the shades. One of you guys commented, I think it was on the unboxing video, like we kind of had like a little conversation. And you had mentioned that you went back and rewatched the launch video, and he did not say in the video that it was a neutral color story. This is not the first time that Manny has got a little snarky when it comes to getting negative reviews on a product. It's like he cannot take negative criticism. He did the same thing when he launched that contour bronzer palette, the one that was in that round, kind of cheapish cardboard packaging. It looked like something that you could get at TJ Maxx. People were saying that the color started to look kind of grayish, and the shades didn't look very inclusive, and he got a little snarky and kind of popped off about that. Manny really needs to learn how to take criticism better. A good brand owner doesn't pop off on his supporters if they're not 100% happy with the product that they launch. I mean, I can understand, being a brand owner, you launch a new product, you want people to be as excited and about the product as you are. You want people to love the product in the way that you do. But if they don't, popping off on them is not the way to keep them coming back to your brand. If anything, it's going to cause them to move on. A good brand owner knows how to take criticism, knows how to take the negative reviews. They know how to take that back to the brand and make the next launch better. And I'm hoping that that's what Manny does. I'm hoping that he does better in the future. Basically, all that to say that if he doesn't, I'm probably going to move on from the brand. There are so many other smaller indie brands out there that are absolutely amazing. Shroud Cosmetics is one of them. Oh my God, they're doing such amazing things, and they don't pop off on their customers if there's something about the product they don't like. They take that back to the lab and they use it to make their next product better, which is how a brand owner should be. But yeah, I'm hoping that he'll do better in the future, because if not, then I'm probably going to step away from the brand, because it's just not worth me giving my money to somebody who doesn't appreciate their supporters, and it's just going to pop off if the supporters don't just praise them all day long, because it just doesn't work that way. Everybody's not going to like everything, and you just need to kind of take everything with a grain of salt and just use it to make the next launch better. I think for my shimmer, what I want to do, I think I want to kind of stick with the same color story. So we're going to take Moody, this shade right here. I'm starting to feel a little bit attacked by the shade names in this palette. But we're going to take Moody, put that on a lid, and then I'm going to take Manipulative. I'm really starting to feel attacked. What are they trying to say? Pisces are manipulative? Was that what we're saying, Milk Cosmetics? I'm feeling a little attacked, a little insulted by that, but we're gonna take these two shades, this one on the lid, this one on the inner corner. I'm gonna swatch them real quick. I want to see what the texture is like. Ooh, very creamy, very shiny, very wet looking. Okay, that's really nice. All right, that is super creamy, super shiny. All right, yeah, I will say so far I have not had any issues with this particular palette. Once again, I cannot speak to the bigger palettes, but I'm really liking this one. The formula is nice. The mattes blended really well. The shimmers are super creamy. No problems. I'm just going to take this little brush here and apply our manipulative shade. For liner and mascara, I picked up from Rare Beauty. This is the Eye Essentials kit. It has the mascara and the liner. I was really wanting to get the one from one size, but since it was sold out, I decided to go with this one because I haven't wanted to try this one as well. I think this is the first product that I've ever tried from Rare Beauty. I don't think I've used anything from Rare Beauty before. You know, the mascara and the liner was in like a little pouch here. Give that a little shake. So it looks like it's a little, okay, it's definitely a brush tip. So that is nice. You see there, it is a brush tip. It looks like it has a very smooth tip on it. So we're going to use this. It looks very black. Let's see how it looks applied. I'm over the age of 40. So the skin on my eyelids is a little looser. And I also have slightly hooded eyes. So I like a liner that's just very, very smooth and glidey. So I really like the one from NYX, the Epic Ink Liner. I haven't found one yet that I like as much as that one. This one seems to be extremely glidey. Definitely very black. That went on really smooth, didn't tug, went on really nicely. And it looks like you have a decent amount of product in this tube as well. So that's very nice. All right, now for the mascara, I'm going to go ahead and give my lashes a quick curl using my AOA Studio Eyelash Curler. This is $1 and it works so well. This one really grips your lashes and it helps to push them up. This just says Rare Beauty. Doesn't say anything else as far as like the type of mascara. It's a very big tube. Nice big fluffy brush. So let's give this a try. I like a mascara that gives me volume, gives me length, can hold my curl, doesn't get like all clumpy and stuff. The formula is looking nice. I'm getting a decent amount of volume. My lashes are looking fluttery. They're not like getting all clumpy. And so far, I am liking this formula. It's a more natural looking formula, but at the same time, it's also giving me a decent amount of volume. It looks really pretty. So far, I am liking the way that my lashes are looking. I've got a nice little bit of volume. They're not clumpy. Looking really pretty. So the last thing that I have is from Give Beauty. This is the original Minis Lip Kit. There are 3 different formulas in here. It looks like they're all red, but just in like different formulas. We have the lightweight longwear liquid lipstick, the high performance matte lipstick, and the high performance satin lipstick. So there's like 3 basic shades of red. I love when brands have things in like little minis like this so you can try the products out. Also, very rarely are we going to use up a full-size product. So to be able to get little minis like this, it's nice to test out. We know that we're more likely to use them up. We have very simple black packaging. This one looks like it's just the matte. Has a very slight sweet smell to it. So this one must be the satin. Yeah, you can see that one has like a little bit more shine. We're not going to use either one of these. I think we're going to use the matte today. The line real quick. I'm going to use this one. This is from ColourPop. The shade is Come We Fly. It's one of the lippy sticks from the Hocus Pocus collaboration. I think these should match decently well. So I'm going to line my lips real quick and then we'll put this one on. It smells just, actually this, it has kind of a chocolate cookie almost fragrance to it. Oh my God, that's nice. So this is what our doe foot is looking like. It's flexible. I like that. That is super smooth and extremely comfortable. Oh, I am liking that. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. That's everything that I picked up in this haul. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed trying out these new products and trying out brands that I have never tried before. I really like this palette from Melt Cosmetics. It blended beautifully. I had no issues whatsoever. I really like the liner and the mascara from Rare Beauty so far. Really, really pretty. The Tower 28 cream blush. This one reminds me of the cream blush from Milani, except this one is a little bit more pigmented. Enjoying the liquid lipstick so far. It's completely dried down, but it's still very comfortable. It doesn't feel like all crackly on the lips. And then the setting spray from one size, the Until Dawn. I'll definitely have to let you guys know how well it held my makeup together because I have oily skin, and we're going to put this to the test. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the channel. If you're new to the channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would please consider joining the little family and hitting subscribe. And make sure you tap the notification bell so you can be notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.